Hey everyone, if you guys are new here, then welcome to the Cozy Cauldron, and if you're returning, then welcome back. So today we're doing a reading just on the general question of what do you need to know right now. This is probably the question I ask the most when I read for myself, and I thought it would be fun just to do a reading on that of like what messages do you need to hear right now? What's important for you to learn about your situation, or what do you need to know right now? So I've got 3 piles here, and I chose the self-care oracle to help you choose each pile. So for pile 1, we have positive affirmations. For pile 2, we have create art. And for pile 3, we have family. So I'll have the timestamps below for you to skip ahead and pick your pile. But feel free to take as much time as you need to pick a pile. Use whatever methods you like to tap into your intuition, whether it be meditation or just picking through an image. And it's okay to pick more than one group. You can watch all 3, you can watch more than one. There's no hard rules to this, just, whatever resonates and whatever you enjoy. And I will be starting off with pile 1. Hey group 1, if you guys chose the positive affirmations card, then this is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put that up here, and we'll get started with some tarot cards. So I'm using the Kawaii Tarot today, and we're just asking a simple question of what do you need to know right now? So group 1, what do you need to know right now? I got the 10 of Wands that is sticking out to me. And the Sun. Let's get a few more cards, a few more tarot cards. Got the Wheel of Fortune. And I think I'll get one more tarot card and then I'll move on to some oracle cards. Oh. A lot of cards just popped out. I'm going to grab the top one on the deck, though, which is the 9 of Cups. Or the top one that fell out of that huge chunk of cards. Okay. Let's get started with some oracle cards. I think I'll start off with the Moonology deck. Nope. Got Your Commitment is Being Tested, which I find interesting with this 10 of Wands. And let's do some Wisdom of the Oracle cards too. Oh. I'll take out the top of that pile, which is Truth Be Told. Okay. And I think I will get a few tea leaf cards, and then we'll get started with your reading. You got a cup, which says you should accept valid criticism. And I'll get one more. Which you got a vase, which says secret admirer. Okay. Let me just arrange things a little bit to make sure everything is in frame. And you can see every card, and then I'll take a second to breathe, take in the messages, and then we'll get started with your reading. Okay, group 1, so what I'm seeing or what messages are coming in for me is that at the moment or recently, you have experienced some sort of like criticism on something you've been working hard on, something that feels very heavy. Like, I feel like it's maybe your job or something like art, maybe your drawing skill or something in school, and you've been working really hard on it, and it weighs very heavily on you. And I feel like you've recently gotten some criticism around your work, whatever that is, or something that you are working on. And this could be something large, like, for example, maybe you experience some criticism from a client, or maybe you experience criticism from like an art project. I'm getting a lot about art coming through, but it could also be just something maybe a little smaller, like you have a day where you feel like you're getting a lot of criticism for different things that you're doing. With this cup card, you should accept valid criticism. So what I'm really getting with this, it fits with me to your commitment is being tested in the Ten of Wands, is that you have been working really hard towards something and things are very heavy and you need to take a break, or you feel like you need to take a break, and you're now also getting some sort of criticism on your work ethic or something you're doing. You're experiencing some criticism, and I feel like that in itself is sort of testing your commitment to whatever you are working on, is this sort of criticism. Because I feel like you have already been working on it for so long and you're quite tired and frustrated, and then adding on a sort of criticism on top of it, it can make it feel like, oh, why am I even bothering anymore with this thing? But I'm strongly getting, I know it says you should accept valid criticism, but what I'm getting more intuitively is it's kind of the opposite of what it says valid. I feel like the criticism you have been receiving is not like well backed in anything. I feel like there's the person giving you this criticism. Now, this could only be for a few of you, but I feel like it could be someone who's kind of jealous of the progress you have been making, or that you are working on something that they want to be doing. And I could see maybe for some of you, you have a case where there's someone in your life who, says things that are kind of mean, but then turns around and it's like, oh, I'm just being honest, or, I'm just trying to help you. But in reality, I think their intentions are not that. I think, whether they realize it or not, I think they have been saying things that kind of have been tearing at your confidence. And I think that's out of jealousy rather than anything that you are doing and your skill. So I feel like this person or this, situation, it's kind of wearing at your sense of confidence in your capabilities, and that's more so where this Ten of Wands is coming from, is that sort of stress and wondering, can I actually do this? This person that I consider a friend keeps saying that the stuff I'm making isn't very good, or they're making fun of it. Can I keep doing this? Is it worth the time if no matter how hard I try, it feels like it's bad? But, sorry, there's a lot of really loud noise outside. I hope you guys can't hear it. But like I was saying, I feel like this criticism, it's not really based in reality as much as it is based in that person's insecurities, and I feel like they're projecting them on you. And I feel like this person is someone you're close with, or you respect their opinion, so it is wearing down your sense of self-confidence. But I guess what you're being told is that message of like understanding there, or learning to recognize that, and then sort of maybe kind of like ignoring or trying to ignore what they say, or maybe even just like not giving them updates on whatever you're working on, and sort of keeping it more to yourself to work on, building back up that confidence and making this load feel less heavy on, whatever you're working on. Because like I said, I feel like the heaviness is coming from this sense of a feeling that you're failing or you're not doing well, when I feel like with the Sun and the Nine of Cups, I feel like you are doing quite well. It's just your perception has been challenged by maybe some setbacks and a person in your life that hasn't been so positive towards you. I'm seeing that pretty soon, if you put a little distance between yourself and this person, you'll start to like the sun will clear the clouds away and you'll start to see a little more clearly the situation, how, your own capabilities, and not being so like down on yourself because you don't have someone whispering in your ear saying, oh, that looks really bad. You'll be able to see more clearly if you kind of not necessarily cut them out of your life, but like, just step back and keep what you're working on to yourself, or share it with other people, not this person, because this person, they're projecting some inner issues onto you, and that's not your responsibility to deal with their insecurities. So yeah, I'm saying once you put a little bit of distance in that regard, you're going to see more clearly and feel more positively about the situation, about yourself, especially with this Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a lot about like ultimate emotional fulfillment, especially in the self. Like, you're emotionally content and fulfilled and happy with yourself, by yourself. I mean, you're great with others too, but like, you can really spend time alone and be happy and content. And I feel like you will find yourself reaching a point where you feel this very strongly. I could also see it being, this just popped in kind of strongly, perhaps this person, maybe it's not just like a project that they're criticizing, but perhaps it could just be you in general, if that makes sense, where you've been friends with this person for a while and you've started to notice over time that they always make kind of nitpicky comments at you about maybe your appearance or something you say, how you interact in social settings, and they do it often enough and over time that it's chipped away at your self-confidence. And maybe, if that's the case, if it's not a project that you're working on, but more so just you in general, where this person has been just picking away at you, once again, I definitely feel like that is a personal insecurity that they're taking out on you. But it's definitely a heavy weight to carry when someone just kind of constantly like says something to bring down your confidence a bit. So if that's the case, maybe definitely like distance yourself with that person and maybe try and find some new friends, because I could see you possibly coming out of a situation like this, or realizing how much this person does this, and that you really want to get away from that negativity and whatnot. I kind of want to read your commitment is being tested with the booklet, because that for me is really coming out in terms of like a project or something you're working towards where you're feeling like you're failing, or you're getting negative talk from people about something you're working on, and that could be testing your commitment. So let me find the page for this, which it may take me a second, so I may have to jump ahead to through editing. Okay, I found it. It did take me a while. Okay, let's see. There could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount, it probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. That's really interesting with positive affirmations, where it talks about, trying to think of, believing in yourself and believing what is true for you with positive affirmations. So that can definitely be like a huge, important thing for you to do right now, is work on that sort of confidence in yourself and your ability to accomplish things that you want to accomplish. So definitely, if that resonates or you feel called to, try to do some positive affirmations or work in some positive affirmations into your, everyday life. Maybe you could have something written down in like a sticky note by your mirror that says something that you can repeat every morning. There's lots of nice quotes and affirmations all over the internet that you can find, like on Pinterest. That may be, really helpful for you. Like how they've got them on here too, where it says, I love myself, I choose to love, I'm brave, beautiful, worthy, grateful, healthy, and happy. That's awesome. So maybe that's something you could include in yours. Because I definitely am getting that sense of like the challenge is something that you are experiencing right now, where it's like something's heavily weighing down your sense of confidence on what you can achieve and who you are as a person. But you're being guided that through, definitely if you feel like you resonate with this possible like criticizing friend, try and distance yourself from them and work on building yourself up through positive affirmations and speaking very kindly to yourself. It can be really hard when you get into a habit of being very hard on yourself, because you will think things and you won't even notice it. But if you can, try and like catch yourself thinking little negative things, like maybe when you make a mistake, you say something to yourself like, oh, I'm so stupid. If you find yourself doing that, try to listen to it and then take a second to gently recorrect yourself. Be like, oh, I'm not, I just made a little mistake. It's okay. I'll try again. And I think doing that enough over time will help you sort of reset your negative self-talk too. If that is what's happening, instead of a friend, it could be your own inner critic where you find yourself doing a lot of negative self-talk. Like maybe it's not someone else, maybe it's you being really hard on yourself when, it's not deserved. You should be kind to yourself. Try your best to do so. Now I'm going to read the booklet for Truth Be Told. Let's see here. Okay. So the essential meanings are honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. This is not a time for debate about which truth is truer. This is a time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open in your communication with others and with yourself. I love that. Be very open about your truth and what you feel is true about yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is. Peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles. Oh, I love that with everything you have so far. It's like you're being called to sort of break out of a sort of like either self-criticizing cycle or like having yourself being surrounded by people criticizing you, and like spectacularly sort of uproot yourself from that and show yourself as who you are unapologetically, your flaws, your good parts of yourself, everything, and just being like, you know what, I love myself despite the things I consider flaws and the things, so on and so forth. And despite mistakes I've made, I still believe in myself that I can accomplish what I want, and I'm going to do that. And just really taking that moment and being really brave and just stating it. So here, I haven't acknowledged this yet, but you got the Secret Admirer card. So this could definitely have to do with maybe dating, where you find yourself very uncomfortable and shy with pursuing romantic partners. One thing that's popping up really strongly all of a sudden is perhaps, it's a very specific scenario, but it won't let go of my brain. It's that of which maybe you have a friend, and whenever you find interest in a person, this friend of yours goes on to decide that they are interested in this person. And, you know, I don't know if you guys have had friends like that, but it does happen where for some reason, whenever you declare or put interest in another person, this friend of sorts kind of tries to turn it into a competition. It can be very bizarre. So I could see that being the case for you, where you may find yourself really frustrated with that. But also, because it says secret admirer, it could be that someone, has their eye on you, and they see you sort of being more authentic to your true self, or more open and unapologetically yourself, and they may, find that very attractive or like that a lot, and you may end up having a secret admirer as a result of that, of sort of taking back your power and taking back your confidence in this situation and being like, you know what, you can say what you want, but I'm going to continue doing what I want to do, and I'm going to continue loving myself and, being kind to myself and others. So you can continue criticizing all you want, but I'm not going to participate in that energy. And I think as a result, this possible person is going to be like, wow, that person's strong and they know themselves, and they find that very admirable. But yeah, group 1, I hope this reading resonated and made sense. If it did, I would appreciate it if you guys could like this video and subscribe to my channel if you like the content. It really does help here on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Hey group 2, if you guys chose the create art card, then this is your reading. I'm going to go ahead and put that over here. And I'll get started off with some tarot cards. Today I'm using the Kawaii Tarot. And we're just asking the general question of, what do you need to know right now? So group 2. What does group 2 need to know right now? Oop. That's a lot of cards that flipped over. Keep shuffling. Okay, I'll take this one, 5 of Wands. You know what, I was about to say I'll take all of them, but they're 4 cards. I felt drawn to take that one though. Group 2. Oh. I'll take the top card up here, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Got the Magician. And then let's get one more. The 10 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna move things around just a little bit. Okay. Let's do some Moonology Oracle cards now. Emotions are running high. That makes a lot of sense with the 5 of Wands. The fact that those came out together is pretty cool. Let's do some of the Wisdom of the Oracle cards. It took me a second to remember the name. Okay, group 2. Got Clean It Up. And then finally, I think I'll finish off the Oracle cards with some tea leaf cards. So, got Scissors, Disappointment, and Some Affair. And let's get one more. Lobster, which says Financial Pinch. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly move the cards around just a little bit. I want to make sure everything's in frame. Okay. And now I'm just going to take a second to breathe in, take in the messages, and then I'll get started with your guys' reading. Okay, group 2, so what I'm really getting here is, in the current moment, you may be going through a really large sort of life transition. I'm getting strongly that maybe recently you have started making large changes in your life to sort of pursue something that you feel aligns with you better or that you really enjoy. Because with this Create Art card and with the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands, emotions are running high, basically all the cards, I'm getting strongly of sort of stepping away from something that you had. It was comfortable, so to say, like it was secure, but it wasn't. It was secure, but it wasn't comfortable. I think that's what I'm looking for. Is it was secure, but you weren't happy doing it. It sounds like you were quite miserable with whatever you were doing, and I feel like you're sort of in the middle of transitioning out of that and into something you enjoy more. But I think as a result, it's this transition is quite disruptive, I can see, with the emotions are running high. And the Five of Wands, I think your decision on changing things and pursuing something different in your life may be causing quite a stir in your personal life, maybe causing arguments, or maybe that's something that you are leaving behind. The Ten of Wands is maybe through this secure situation, like I said, secure but not comfortable. Maybe it was secure, but it was full of a lot of discord and arguments and just discomfort. And I could see you leaving that for something better for you. Or I can also see where you leaving something that no longer fits you is causing discord in your relationships with people around you, the people that don't seem to want you to make this change. But I feel like you know that this is a change that you need to make and you want to make for your personal happiness and what you need in life. So I'm happy to see that you are pursuing it, I believe, regardless of the voices of other people, because it's almost like, and maybe it's because of this Create Art card, but it's almost like I'm getting the sense that maybe, for example, you have parents that want you to pursue something in the medical field or in computer sciences, and that's not what you want to do. Perhaps you are an artist and you enjoy art and you want to do that. Maybe you want to teach art. You want to do something, like, for example, in that field, and as a result, you following what you want to do and changing things is causing discord with those around you who want you to do something else because they think it is more secure. And as a result, I definitely feel like right now there's a lot of emotional energy, but it almost feels like this sort of change and disruption and the emotions running high. I feel like they're exhausting, but they're also exhilarating. Like there's something very energizing and exciting about sudden change in your life, like where your direction completely shifts and it's like, a whirlwind has gone through. And I feel like this is a positive shift, but it's just causing discord at the moment. Now with the disappointment and some affair, that may be why you are shifting things right now. Perhaps you pursued something previously that ended up not being what you expected it to be, or not being what you wanted or realized what you wanted out of life. And, I could see you possibly coming to terms with the fact that maybe you spent a lot of time working on something only to learn that it's not what you wanted. This could be job related, this could be living situations, this could be relationships, many different scenarios that this could apply to. But whatever it is, it's something that there was a lot of time put into it, whether time thinking about it and planning it or time executing it, and you came to the realization that it was actually quite disappointing or not your fit. It didn't fit you. And so now I'm seeing you're sort of taking a ride on the Wheel of Fortune and going a new direction. And really, I see that you're manifesting or gathering the tools together to start working on something new. This feels like very fresh energy, like you're just changing things, and now you're getting all of the time and opportunity to start establishing yourself in the new thing you want to pursue, or the new thing that you've always wanted to do, but you didn't really realize it until you went through this disappointment, and it helped direct you to what internally you've always wanted to do. Now I'm seeing that this, with the lobster card of financial pinch, I could see that possibly through a sudden shift, you may find yourself feeling like you are in a financial pinch. When life, you make really quick changes, you move someplace new, you start pursuing something different, it can cost quite a lot to do stuff like that. And I could see that maybe through making these changes, you could find yourself having to just be a little more conservative with your money. But I do see, though, that is very temporary. It's what I'm getting strongly, is that is temporary. It's more so just while you get situated in your new situation, I guess. And once you start really working towards this new thing that you're quite passionate about, with this magician, you're going to be manifesting, you're going to be getting all the materials you need, you're going to be finding opportunities. I see yourself really, putting yourself out there and being very passionate about this, and I see that sort of being contagious to those around you. So I don't think you will be in this financial pinch for very long. I just think that as you go through the transition, you could experience this depending on what the transition is about, whether it is schooling, job, moving, relationships, things like that. But what I do see is, even though this change causes discord and maybe feels like very heavy and a lot of hard work, you're sort of shifting out of it with this Wheel of Fortune. Is you're sort of rolling through this discord and change and rolling out of it into this magician energy, where you're just, I guess, you're very much taking strides with it, and just dealing with things as they come. I'm hearing to tell you that you're being very adaptable, and that's very good. I want to read this Clean It Up card, because what I'm getting initially when I look at that is a lot about like cleaning up things in your life that no longer fit you, or cleaning up that which is cluttering your life, taking care of things that are cluttering your life. And that could be actually, physically cleaning up your home, but it can also be just like dealing with emotional baggage or getting rid of things that hold you back. So the essential meanings are getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, which I find cool because Ten of Wands is very much like a burden, and I feel this very freeing energy. Cleaning house and sweeping away what is no longer needed. The Oracle's message is, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, too much work, overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack, takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Yeah, I'm really getting that you are taking a lot of time to cut things out. Like, when I see the scissors, that's what I think of. Like, obviously the disappointment and some of there, but I'm also getting, with the scissors, is sort of cutting things in your life loose that cause discord, cause you to feel bogged down, things that are negative, like, quite negative, people that are very negative towards you. And just, I'm getting a lot about, like, getting rid of physical items too, though, like maybe, actually decluttering your house. Perhaps you made the decision to move somewhere far away, and, it's very difficult to do that when you have a lot of stuff. So perhaps one thing you're being suggested to do, if you're not doing it already, is to really declutter your space and get rid of things that you no longer use, or, you have, like, hidden away stuffed in your closet somewhere, things like that. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Marie Kondo's book about decluttering and whatnot. I've never read it myself, but my mom has read it, and, I know other people who read it, and they really enjoy it. So if that's something you're interested in, or you have a hard time letting go of physical items, that could be something to read and learn from. Now I'm getting also the Magician is, because the energy and momentum is very high at the moment, there's a lot of energy happening, very strong momentum towards what you are working towards. I'm getting now, despite the chaos of what's happening, now is the prime time for you to really manifest towards whatever you are changing or trying to achieve. Because with the emotions are running high, I get the sense that your emotions and your passion about this is going to assist tremendously in your manifestations. So, if you find yourself manifesting or trying to manifest this whole situation that you desire, or this change that you desire, really tap into your emotions and how you will feel once you achieve this, and, sit in that feeling and think, oh, I'm so happy I achieved this, and feel that sense of happiness. I think they'll really help you through manifestation if you do stuff like that. Because right now is a very energetically intense time for you, in almost, I would say, a neutral way, both good and also could be bad in terms of discord. But definitely tap into your emotions and use it to aid you in manifestation. Another thing that's popping up with the supermoon and clean it up, it's, I believe, on the 31st, so the last day of this month in August, there is another full moon, and I believe it's a blue moon because it's 2 full moons in a month. And I'm getting to tell you that that is actually a great time for you to work on energetically letting go of things. Full moons are great times to release, but especially for you right now with this energy, if you are interested in it, you can take the time during the full moon to do something, maybe like a burning bowl ritual, where you write down everything that you would like to let go of in your life, whether it be, held beliefs or people, or, just things in general that you want to let go of and change. You can write them down, dwell on it, think about it, meditate on it, and then you burn that piece of paper as an act of saying, I'm letting it go now, it's gone. So that could be something that you could do to help you sort of clean things up energetically within yourself. Now also with the create art, some of you could be artistically gifted, or that could be what you are leaving things to pursue. Perhaps you are working on pursuing, like, painting as it's shown here, or something else. If that's not the case for you, I could also see it being that just creating art right now, or creating things, it could be crafts, just anything, can be a great way for you to process your emotions through the changes that you are initiating. Because, change, even if we initiate it, change can still be very tumultuous and exciting, but also sometimes upsetting. So creating art can be a great way for you to cope with the changes you're making in your life, and help you express your emotions in a healthy way. But yeah, group 2, I hope the reading resonated for you guys. It's got a very exciting, energetic feeling to it, so it's fun to read. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you like the video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey group 3, if you guys chose the family card, then this is your reading. So today I'm going to be using the Kawaii Tarot deck. Oops, let me make sure that's in frame. And we're just asking the general question of what do you need to know right now? Group 3. Oops. Ooh, you guys got the High Priestess. Let's get a few more. Got the Emperor. Very cool. So far it's mostly Major Arcana. A lot of cards just popped out, but that's too many. Okay. Just need about 2 more. Group 3. You got the Ace of Cups. And let's get one more tarot card before we move on to Oracle. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Let's move on to some Oracle cards now. I'll grab the Moonology deck first. Oops. Got several Moonology cards popped up. I'm going to grab the one on top, which says, New Moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Let's get a Wisdom of the Oracle card. Oops. The Imagine card came out. Number 20. Now I just want to grab a few tea leaf cards and then we'll get started with your reading. A casket, which says someone going out of your life or at the end of a situation. And 3 tea leaf cards popped out for you guys. So you got the Egg, which says success assured with good plans and hard work. And Grapes, time to go out and have fun. Okay, so I'm gonna rearrange the cards just a little bit to make sure everything is somewhat in frame, and then I'll take a deep breath, meditate a bit, and then I'll get started on your reading. Okay, group 3, so what I'm seeing, at least what's coming in for me, is with this High Priestess and the casket is sticking out a lot to me. It says, someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Now, I'm seeing this as actually very positive, and for me, it feels like a situation. I feel like either recently, or this is going to happen soon, some sort of difficult situation or situation where you are having maybe some obstacles or something is going to be ending and you're going to be moving into a more prosperous period of time. Because there's a lot about your success and prosperity, with the prosperity lies ahead with New Moon in Taurus. The Egg, which is success assured good plans and hard work, which makes me think of prosperity. The Grapes make me think of a lot about luxury. It says time to go out and have fun, and I feel like it's quite a luxury to have the time to go out and have fun. with this Emperor, I feel like if you haven't already, I feel like it will happen soon where some sort of situation will be coming to an end, and it's quite a happy thing that this situation is coming to an end, because I think the situation was some sort of obstacle or was causing some sort of discord or problems, and it could have been an obstacle with something to do with work, if that's something that fits for you. It could be an obstacle in terms of like, I don't know, just like a solution to a problem you're experiencing in relationships. Maybe you're moving from a new phase, or moving from an old phase to a new phase with your family, perhaps. I can see some sort of situation is ending, but it's not a sorrowful ending. It's a very happy ending, because now this situation is going to be ending. You can move on and things are going to be much brighter and happier. I feel like right now you're either very in touch with your intuition, or you're being asked to really listen to your intuition to help navigate yourself through this situation that is ending, or really navigate with your intuition through this change, because the Wheel of Fortune is a lot about change with this casket. The wheel is being turned and something is being changed, but it's not quite as chaotic. I'm not feeling very chaotic energy. It feels very calm to me, actually. This change feels very smooth. That's why with the end of a situation, it's almost like moving from rocky waters to smoother waters, because looking at this Imagine card, it feels so serene and much like a very still ocean to me. Like things, I feel like, are becoming more calm for you because of some sort of situation improving, or a situation ending that was maybe bad or was negative or weighed you down a lot, allowing for new energy to come in. Because I see with the Ace of Cups, there's a lot of new emotional energy coming in, a lot of possibly new connections, or just a new sense of self-love I'm getting too. Like, I'm getting the feeling of being able to sort of relax and breathe now that something is over. And that could be, with the family card, that could have been maybe some discord with family, or maybe there's something going on with your family, but now that situation is over and you feel like you can relax again, or things can settle again, and you have the free time to really enjoy yourself or go out and have fun again, because something has been happening that, I don't feel like it's been like really bad. I just feel like it's been stressful. Something rather chronic and stressful has been going on for a while, but the situation is ending soon, or has ended. And as a result, you are getting a lot of emotional renewal, possibly new relationships entering your life, a sort of freshness to the relationships in your life, a healing, sort of. Because one thing that's popping up a lot right now, and I don't know why, but it is, perhaps it could be that maybe a family member was sick or was experiencing some sickness, and perhaps they have gotten better and they've improved a lot, and as a result, the situation has sort of ended and they're in much better health now. And that sort of gives you a sense of relief and stress off of your shoulder. Maybe you were taking care of someone and now they're much better. That was coming in very strongly. Something, like I said, something has ended, but it's a good thing that it has ended. It's like a relief for you that this situation has ended. I'm also getting with this Emperor card and the prosperity lies ahead. I feel like you have been working really hard towards something in your career. I'm getting very strong career energy from those two. So take this if it resonates, but I'm getting that perhaps you have been given the opportunity to be more in a leadership position. And maybe it's like a trial, and now you're given that permanently, like a promotion. Or something along those lines of you had to be in a leadership position and you really excelled in that, or you are going to excel in that through following your intuition. And as a result, I'm getting the sense that a lot of people around you may be very impressed with this, with how tactfully you deal with a situation. And as a result, I think you'll be benefiting from that. Someone will be recognizing something that you have done recently, something that you've worked hard on. And as a result, you are going to be given some sort of reward, is what I'm getting, or some sort of acknowledgement. So if this is career, it could be like you were put in to fill in for someone to manage something, and you did such an astounding job that they decide to promote you, or something of that sort. Because I'm getting that this success is something that very strongly emotionally fulfills you as well. Like this Emperor Taurus moon thing is something you're quite invested in emotionally, I think. And I think with this acknowledgement and of your hard work, it's going to give you a strong sense of like happiness and emotional well-being, like satisfaction. Also a burst of confidence. I'm getting, because of these good things that are happening and this transition out of a situation, that now is, or whatever time, if you have transitioned out of it, it's a good time to celebrate it. Celebrate the things that no longer are and the new pastures that have arrived. With this Grape card, I'm definitely getting what it says, time to go out and have fun. That's what I'm really getting for that is, if a family member has recovered from an illness, celebrate it with them. Celebrate with your family. If you have recently gotten a promotion, make sure you really enjoy it and celebrate it because you deserve it. And I think after dealing with this stressful, long-going situation, whatever it may be for you, I think you've been overdue to sort of let your hair down and have some fun. Because I think responsibilities in life have been more severe to you for maybe even like the past few years. And I could see now that things are maybe gotten a little more calm and tranquil for you, and things are being very prosperous. Now is a great time for you to really congratulate yourself on making it through this phase in life, or this situation, or achieving this thing you wanted to achieve. Because I get the sense that you haven't been able to have a lot of time for yourself, really treating yourself very often. Because of that, I'm getting very strongly that you could be a parent yourself, and perhaps you've recently experienced maybe a child reaching a milestone. Maybe they're going to school. Maybe you had a few kids go off to college. And that could, in a way, feel quite sad, because you're like, oh, these milestones have reached, and it's bittersweet, but also, in a way, could also be more tranquil for you, having a bit more free time. So I'm seeing that, if that resonates, if you're a parent, I see something about more free time being available to you for you to invest in yourself. So whatever situation it is, whether it is a better position at work with PTO, or a family member has recovered from illness that you're taking care of, or you're a parent and your child has reached a milestone or point in their life where they're more independent, you will be finding yourself with, I think, a lot more free time that really allows yourself to, invest in you and the things that you've had to put on the back burner for the sake of taking care of others. Because I'm very strongly getting that you're a very nurturing person and that you are often the person that takes care of others, but no one is there to take care of you. So I'm strongly getting that message of, if you find that, you have this time now, start rediscovering yourself and the things you enjoy and go out and have fun. Now, I want to read the booklet for this Imagine card really quick. So I'm going to grab that. And hopefully I can find it quickly. Sometimes it takes me a while to find the correct part. Okay, there it is. So the essential meanings are: turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity and illusions. Who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You are gifted with the power to imagine. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. Okay, I think that's really cool with the High Priestess card. So I think what that's really pointing out to me strongly, other than the sense of tranquility, is that, now that you have this sort of more free time, perhaps, or more tranquil time, you can really start pursuing some things that you've really wanted to that have been on the back burner. You can start changing your life in certain ways for you to enjoy now that, you are mostly focusing on yourself. And another thing with the High Priestess is, right now you're in a really great intuitive space for manifesting and just other things in general. You're very intuitive right now. I feel like you're getting little hints about steps to take and where you need to go to get certain things. So definitely, if you are getting that, I would follow that. But also, if you're interested in manifesting, now is a great time for you to be working on that, because you're very in tune right now to, the universe and the energy around you and what you want. So I would definitely take advantage of that if you would like. One thing I'm also getting is that if you're a parent and you have a child that's maybe recently turned 18 or is going to college soon, or you just have a family member, doesn't have to be a kid, it could be a sibling, it could be a parent, some situation, I feel like perhaps someone is moving, and it may not be super far away, it could be a few hours away to, a plane ride away, but I'm getting the sense that if someone in your life is making a transition soon to living in a new area, I'm getting that, be encouraging, be loving towards them, but also, spend as much time as you can with them right now while they're still in the same area as you. Really, soak up your time with them before this person moves elsewhere. This could also be a friend as well. Because I know, sometimes the best families are the chosen ones, so it could also be a friend is possibly moving to a different area. So definitely you're being encouraged to spend as much time as you can with this person and really bond with them before they move elsewhere, or maybe you're the one moving elsewhere. But yeah, group 3, this is all I'm seeing for you guys today. I hope it resonated. If it did, I would appreciate it if you like my video. And if you like my content, then maybe subscribe to the channel. It really does help out on YouTube. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye!